per animal. That's how much we were allotted to spend on each animal that comes into the shelter. If you actually really think about that, our adoption is $80. That's not a lot of money we spend on an animal that comes into the shelter. We provide food, shelter, vaccinations, microchip, spaying, neutering. That's not a lot of money when you count it up. When you count up the cost. When you compare that to the city of Houston, Florida, their budget is $8 million. When you factor that in, their total intake is 25,000 plus animals. Average cost per animal, $317 per pet. That's a big difference compared to what we receive. But we do a lot. Dr. Boyd and myself.
So I'd like to start off with the positive. We obviously have reduced euthanasias. We have those stats, and it's by more than 50%. We're literally talking numbers of 1,600 down to below 400 or 500 within a month. Adoption program. Okay, that's something that was a success that we've had to help lower euthanasia rates, in which feral cats that would normally be terminated actually are cared for, spayed or neutered, and released to an adopter who may have some land, and we actually use them as barn cats for mounting or keeping the varmint away. Shelter use. We've increased sterilization. The number of sterilizations that we do is much greater than on a day-to-day basis than it was before. Twice a day feedings. That has not always happened. Improve the sanitation protocols. Deep cleanings on Mondays. The dual cleaning, which is an active ingredient of what we call degreasing and basically disinfecting. So.
Okay, I'm Dina Sellens. I run Texas Litter Control with a low-cost spay neuter and wellness clinic for cats and dogs. We're a nonprofit group. Spay neuter services out of our little FEMA trailer, and we're very proud of that. I'm actually very happy to be working with these two vets. We've seen a lot of things, and I think Montgomery County, for the first time, has been in a very unique position. We have two veterinarians running the only two shelters in the county. They're actually willing to work with us to try to get things going in the right direction. This opens up a lot of opportunities for grants and other things to make our community better. And my goal is to reduce shelter intake. Okay, so I'm here for a call of action for all you guys. I need help with some programs that we're working on to try to reduce intake, because these poor guys have a terrible, hard job to try to get through to get all these animals back out into the community. Well, the main thing is we need to get people to stop surrendering their animals and to get the numbers of animals going down that are actually paid for. Okay. So I want you guys to check out a couple of websites. Texas Litter Control is one of them. TexasLitterControl.org. I'm making a statement. He said we can make a statement or a question. Okay. One entity over the only two shelters in Montgomery County, that just opens up so many doors. And I think everybody needs to take that to heart and really think through, you know, how can we help the community and get the animals out of the shelters to be good. Thank you.
Here you go, on the fly, January 1st, there's changes. Communications off. You have 80 to 90% staff loss through termination and resignation. Your turnover is massive. It's kind of like taking a really great football team and a head coach comes in and you lose your whole team. I'm sorry. I'm part of the league.
Tell you what the backdoor deal. There was no backdoor deal. Let me tell you what happened to Tim Holyfield. And I don't know if he's going to appreciate it. He couldn't take it anymore. He got tired of it. He got tired of getting beaten in the head every day. And he told me, Commissioner, when it affects my family life and when it affects my health, I'm leaving.
But I will tell you, until I have some sort of hard proof that these men are mistreating these animals, they have my support to run that shelter. I know some of you may be disappointed by that, but this contract was legal. It went through our county attorney's office. Yes, in my opinion, it was rushed. I didn't know Tim Hollifield was retiring. The entire time I worked for Montgomery County, I didn't have a whole lot of conversations with Tim Hollifield. But it came up at the very end of last year, December 22nd. I did read the contract. I can't answer if other people did, but I did. I talked to the county attorney's office about it. This man has more experience than anybody else who's ever run the shelter. How many?
Accelerating rushing peroxide in there, we increased the number of foster clinics, sick day clinics that we were actually doing. When I walked into that shelter, there were 4 to 5 animals on our isolation board per cage in there. I completely got that issue under control. And then I was shipped over to Conroe, where I had to fix that shelter from the Conroe Police Department.
Shelter. I interviewed her the same challenge that I took. She went to the shelter and he'll.
I did. I went last week, unannounced. It was Thursday, it was on a sick day. Dr. Blue was there. He was very busy. I walked around the shelter. I talked to somebody that was caring for the animals. All of the cages were clean, and the animals were separated from the sick to in the well. And there was 2 animals to a cage. It was honestly the best. I haven't volunteered for the shelter in years because honestly I couldn't stand the smell when I was in there. And I went in and I was pleasantly surprised at what I saw because I had been on that Save Montgomery County page or Save Our Shelter page. And I want to say that this is all operational stuff. This is like a business. It takes time to get it rolling. And I think the State Montgomery County page is destructive and it just brings out the negative. If we have a page and try to work together because it is what it is. It's not going to go back to the way it was before. And the only way we can make it better is to work together. Everybody has valid concerns. Everybody's concerns are valid, but we have to work together.
It's not run by that care corp, it's run by this one. And sir, January, Jim, you took the job. Do something about it.
Okay, well, and let me tell you, and I'm not taking up for Dr. Ross or anything, but I mean, I have people, if I talk to every person that walked through my door, I'd never get anything done for them, okay? Yes. I'm not saying you don't need to be able to talk to Dr. Blue or Dr. Ross. I'm just saying he needs to put people in place to handle 90% of the problems. And then when you've got a problem that you feel escalates to the level that you need to talk to Dr. Ross, his door better be open, you better talk to him. But do you want him sitting there talking to people all day long, or do you want him in there bidding? You can't have it. You can't have it both ways, man.
The animals. Whether I agree with this person over here or that person, what I will agree on is to foster a dog. I will agree on that. I will agree on saving the animal that's in the kennel.
The next number. Who is on the board and how did y'all choose them?
Okay, I just got through saying it would be announced. It would be announced on the commissioner's report, 1st of June.
Well, you got $334,000 sitting over there to put money into that. You had it since last October, you need to come in for January. I'm sure it hasn't been spent yet, but that's some of that money budgeted for. They're fixing to go in for another budget here pretty quick, all right? You have this money to go in there to fix the air conditioning problem, to alleviate the smell. So make sure they spend that money.
Because nobody's answering them.
Okay, well, pick a spokesperson, pick 10 people, pick a list of concerns. That's manageable, but I can't manage 300 emails blasted at me all at once.
At this time, we have an avenue for outside vetting. Basically gonna triage to see the importance of the case. Myself, Lisa, and OPA, Operation Pets Alive, gonna figure out the extent of the vetting service. Everything that a foster needs doesn't need to go to outside vetting. It just depends on the severity of the case.
Correct.
Lisa and I, who is the foster coordinator, we communicate all the time. So she could call me, email me, and we respond back and forth. So all the fosters in this room reach out to her via email, and she'll contact me, and she will reach out to a member of OPA, and they will respond accordingly.
You would not invite somebody in to your home, where you live, where you care for your children, where your family is, if you knew that they were against you, if they had, made threats, if they had made false claims, if they were, I'll just say, I met
Well,
with.
there's actually a very popular phrase that says to bring your enemies closer. So I'm sorry, I've had businesses, I worked on the pro-choice abortion front lines, little 5'4" people right in my face telling me I'm gonna go to hell. And I stood and I listened to their complaints and I dealt with them. I would really like to believe and back you and have more of a spine. I keep hearing that, we're being too hard on you, it's too many emails, kind of wow. Y'all are men, you have these positions, you have a $1.5 million contract of taxpayer money. You can take some of the animosity, you can take some of the complaints, you can take some of the negativity. Give straight answers. Sir, Randy Wallace, he's here. I was on meeting, we had real questions, we weren't getting answers. And the prepared statement from Dr. Ross was that he was being berated, terrorized, and attacked from 5'4" little me because, is this not positive?
Yeah.
Can someone please clear answers?
But we had a press release, we did have a nonprofit, and we
It's
still
very
do, now we have a
obvious.
new nonprofit.
It's very obvious in the actions and the comments and some of the passion that's here tonight that they weren't getting along. And when you don't get along with, somebody,
Because I've asked the society.
Oh, listen up.
Shh. I'm Jane Holman. I've worked at the shelter for 4 years. I am still a volunteer at the shelter. I'm still a foster. I am the executive director of the South Memorial Animal Fund, where we have spayed and neutered over 2,000 free roaming feral cats. So what do we have to do to get that budget where it needs to be?
Yes.